Alright, just checking to make sure everything works. Everything seems to be working properly. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. So good, so good, so good. Okay. Yeah, that should work. Okay guys, welcome to Ark Survival Evolved. So just to make sure everything's good, I'm gonna actually turn down the volume. Before we even get into this, I'm gonna turn it down a little about that. Okay, so we're the only ones currently on the server. If you guys want to join the server, this is on PlayStation 4. Again, you can just type in boosted and scroll down to find it, or you can type in 100 times boosted and it should pop up, and it'll be this one right here with only me on it right now. It's got 100 times boosted, modded drops, clustered, and it's got a shop on it. I don't know if anybody's actually going to be on or hopping on at any point in time. However, we're just going to leave it open as the whole thing progresses. Ultimately, we're going to try to make a series out of this, and there's going to be a future later announcement and all that good stuff. Alright, so anyways, let's see. Yeah, everything seems fine. We've got about 80 ping. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get our character set. Oh, no, we messed up already. Boys. Yikes. Oh well. We're just gonna hop right into it. And from there, we're just gonna go right in. Kind of see how well we do. This has been a long time. I love this game. We're gonna edit the name and swap spawning location so we don't spawn all the way over here by Blue Orb. But quick resilient, we'll just go ahead and fix all these issues right now. So first things first, we're gonna go get ourselves killed. There we go. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Everything's supposed to be as it is. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new survivor, obviously. Oh man. The randomization, I love it. Let's see, let's go by yeah, that's fine. Alright, there we go, and then we're actually going to try to get ourselves a wyvern. We're actually going to do this. Oh, I could actually download a survivor. Huh. We're not going to worry about this just quite yet. We're just going to hop right into it. Obviously, we're going to do this right. We're going to do it right. Chat, you have to do it right. You have to get started on the right foot, otherwise you're going to be lost. Hopefully this has auto engrams so that we don't have that much of an issue, and you are messed up, my dude. Holy cow, what was taking a bite out of you? This poor thing's only a level 8. We'll probably come back and harvest it for the hide here in a second. Okay, so first thing we're going to want to do is kind of pop on. Let's try to buff our health real quick. Okay. And this is not good. I already don't like the server. I only like the auto engram, so we might actually have to find a different server. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. Unfortunately, there's not too many servers that actually have the auto engram function, which isn't all too great. I prefer the auto engram servers due to the fact that we actually don't have to worry about not being able to learn all the engrams, and we'll actually be able to learn them and use them as we progress. So first things first, we're going to type in boosted right here. Again, this is how you guys can find the server that we'll be playing on for our series. Let's find one that doesn't have, too many people on it and not a crap ton of ping like that server. That one was kind of annoying. Like, we just kind of want our own little server for the series. And ultimately, I think what we're gonna do is probably try this one out real quick. 1 second, guys. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully this one won't let us down. We want the auto-learned Ingrams at max levels right off the start. That'd be great. There we go. This is already looking promising. Yep, this is it. Welcome to our server, guys. We just don't want to get killed with it, so we have to respawn. Kind of glad to let that happen real quick. We got killed by 420. Love it. Love it. I would start over in the Highlands area. That way we can actually go ahead and run and get an Ice-Wyvern, but we kind of want to postpone that, dependent upon what gear we're actually able to establish. Let's go ahead and bump that in. Ooh, that's not so great. Alright, that's obviously a little bit better. Okay, let's go with Oxygen. We obviously want that boosted. We're obviously going to want that stamina boosted. We're obviously going to want that HP boost. And we're going to wait. It's only boosted by 300. That's perfectly fine with me. I actually like that. So we're going to bump it to quite a bit, actually. Let's go ahead and let that get all out of the way. We got about 2,500 HP. Let's go ahead and boost this bad boy right here. This is only going up by 50. That's fine. We're just gonna kind of ignore everyone, do our own thing here. Kind of. We actually went over like 2k damage, honestly. There we go. There we go. And what we're going to boost our crafting skill up just a tad bit. We're actually going to... I'm hoping that isn't all the levels that we're going to get. Everything looks great this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to boost up our movement skill just a little bit more. We want it to be about 200 and 300. We'll leave it there for now, and then Fortitude, we want that up to about that. Tell me that's not max. That's max, huh? Yeah, 105 is the max. I think that'll be fine, minus the oxygen being so low. I think we'll be fine with this character, but we'll never know. I'm ultimately hoping that that oxygen level is just enough to where we don't have to worry about any of this stuff. So the first task of today is ultimately getting ourselves a lovely wyvern egg to start with. If we can get that, we should be able to hatch it. Hopefully the hatch time and the maturation is kind of buffed to where we don't have to sit there and waste time or try to hunt down are those raptors. Alright, we're just gonna have to risk it. We're not gonna deal with the raptors. I'd rather deal with taking my chances about getting bit in the butt by a Meg, and I don't think we're gonna get followed, honestly. Yeah, we're being ignored for the most part because I think we're on this little area right here. I just don't want to go over there and deal with those guys. That is a hassle. We do actually have quite a few people on the server. There's approximately 8 survivors connected currently. And unfortunately, that's just basically going to be our lives. But nevertheless, we're gonna stay optimistic here. I do see a Carno. It does not look promising. Already, the start does not look promising. I probably should have gone Highlands, but I don't want to go to those wyvern dens due to the fact that you need a flyer to get in and out of there. And unfortunately, I just don't have access to any of those resources yet. So we're going to wait for that. We're actually going to see if we can't get armored up here. We're probably going to come back, get an XP machine over here, and we'll see where it goes from there. First things first, I want to actually go check out this drop over here, and we're going to see what happens. Next, we'll start up our tribe, so if you guys want to join in on the series, you guys can come and join out. And of course, we can actually get this party started, right? And I'm hoping that's not a Dilo coming for me. If that's a Dilo, we're already going to die. We're already about to die. I'm not sure exactly how everything's going to work. Oh, I'll take it. They're low grade, but that's at least fine. I'm just gonna try to go back a bit. I don't know if it's going to be set drops or if the drops are modded at all, or if the cementing paste farm is kind of broken, or if it's just normal, or if they've changed it to element. I know some servers do that, but I'm hoping that is not the case here. I'm hoping that it's just straight out cementing paste. I'm hoping that this is all grind, everything. So we're going to kind of jump straight into the water over here. Because I don't want to mess with those hyenodons, honestly. Those we'll get a pack of whenever we get like a ghillie suit going and everything with Fabby and all that fun stuff. So it looks like everything is good. And ultimately, this should be enough. The server's not too boosted, it's really balanced. The harvesting is what's really great about this. So we are in the wyvern's den. I don't see a wyvern nest over here. I don't know if they actually nuked the wyvern den. Oh man, I joined one server. I actually liked it. It was perfectly well balanced. Unfortunately, there were no ice wyverns, and I was like, oh, sad face. Pretty much nothing there, nothing there. There is a wyvern, and it is a poison. We're just going to take this bad boy, and we are going to get out of here. Alright, first things first. I want to make sure that it's still in our invent. It spoils in 6 hours. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. And go off. And hatch it. We're gonna see how long it takes to hatch. Like everything is good so far. We're actually out of here without dying. First try, wow. I'm gonna say that, and then I'm gonna get attacked by piranhas here in like 3 seconds and get wrecked. Because I didn't buff my HP high enough. But it's not really about HP. It can be about HP, but also it does help with the strong armor. And we'll worry about tech armor and all that good stuff later on down the line. I think we have access to tech. If we have access to tech, that would be great. But ultimately, there's... let's go ahead and check our engrams, and we are going to scroll all the way down. Okay, yeah, we have access to the tech stuff, but it's quite expensive to get into. Quite expensive. So what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna run probably about to the southeast corner, maybe? As you guys can tell, I'm not too good with directions on this thing, but we're probably gonna go over to where there's a brown curvature in the island, and it's over there. That would be fine. That should be fine. Just gonna go ahead and grab us some stone, some wood, some thatch. Just to get started. Just to get started. Just gonna take as much as we can here at this point. And we're probably gonna pump out a bit of Oh, you poor thing. I'm just gonna take that. We're gonna need it. Okay, so we're gonna get out of here. I want to actually have my first 2 tames on the server besides this lovely wyvern egg. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. I actually want it to be an icky and licious, as I call them. The reason being, ickies actually help tame other animals by obtaining prime meat or fish. And then you have your Licious, aka my XP machine that just pumps out XP for all of our tames and myself if I was needing it. So this is basically going to be our starter, and hopefully everything should be okay. I'm really hoping that these velociraptors over here are gone. Because if not, it's going to be a little bit of a pain to get past them. And I think we're going to have to debate them. Yeah, we're going to have to debate. To get past that manta, it's probably going to swim straight at me. I'm not going to look back, because if I do, it's just going to slow me down. I kind of want to go for that purple drop, but I think they're going to be Daedon and all the terror birds over here is atrocious dealing with, which I'd rather not have to deal with, but then again, you might actually end up doing that. Okay. So, there we go. And we're just going to keep running and running and running and running, and it's a kangaroo. I think we have jerboas on here as well. The server might actually be clustered. If it is, that's fantastic. If not, it's alright, you know. It's fine either way. Alright, so we're just gonna kind of gently drop down right here. Take a little bit of damage, but it's fine. We're just gonna see what's in the purple drops. Oh my goodness. Is that a blueprint? Yeah, it is a blueprint. However, that is fine. I will actually take that blueprint. Just for the damage alone. Which is fantastic. We're going to use that to trank our needed tames, all that good stuff. We're getting a bunch of seeds. I like that. You like to see it. You need to see it. If you don't have seeds, you can't really grow any crops. And if you have the seeds, you can basically grow the crops and get all that good stuff. Please don't kill myself. Alright, cool. And we're going to have to get past another set of Megalodon. Oh no. I just want to debate. Oh, okay. So what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to actually swim past this Megalodon, and hopefully it does not actually go for a bite. If it goes for a bite, I probably will end up dying. They tend to be super high level, and way above what I can actually handle. Alright, I think it despawned. Besides that, are actually kind of going around. Yes, it despawned. Or it just went another way. Oh, that's not good. Please, don't touch it. Don't touch my buns. I've got a very expensive egg on me, please. Alrighty. So welcome to our starter area. I would secure an island over there, but with the Megs running about, I don't want to risk it, honestly. So I think I'm just going to take this flat surface, and no, I'm not. There's a Rex. Not even 30 minutes actually into gameplay, and we're already getting trolled hard. Okay. Alright, game. Okay. Okay. That's fantastic. So what we're going to do instead is we're actually going to take over this little section over here as our starter base, and hopefully nobody else has a claim on this location. Because if they do, that's kind of a hassle, but if not, it's fantastic for us at the end of the day. I will take it. And we can kind of hide our base from other people that are actually looking for bases along the way as they progress as well. So, hopefully we find ourselves a little bit of an area. Hopefully we can do that. I think this is our area. I don't see any... What is that? Is that a body? With armor? Guys, if we can bait... no. I don't remember where it was. No, it's just a corpse. Aww. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna actually equip a weapon real quick. We're kind of gonna deal with this dude. Honestly, it's not the best, but... You know. Oh. I'm gonna let them deal with him. Oh no, we pissed off the trikes. Yeah, no. I'm hoping we don't have to deal with that for ever. I just kind of wanted to be able to... Alright, they've got a nice little knockback. Everything's not looking too good, but if we can actually kill these trikes... Alright, we're just gonna get some keratin. I'm not gonna give it a chance to charge. If it charges, it's over. Before the series even begins. And that's not good. I think this one got an actual charge back. Not good. We have plenty of hide, plenty of meat. I think we'll be doing so much more damage with a actual, with what do you call those things? I don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our base situations. What we can craft. Boys, it's already broken. We can craft unstable element with fiber. It costs 1,000 fiber. I think it's per one. I'm not sure, but so let's go ahead and get started. Wow. Okay. Structures. We're actually going to start looking at stone and just kind of get a nice little layout going on. We're just going to get that started. Alright, so you know what? Just craft about 10 of those bad boys. 10 of those. 10 ceilings. I kind of want to go with the fancy look, so we're going to craft a little fancy door and all that good stuff. Okay, so first things first, what we need to do is actually get the foundation done for our starter hut completed, and so what we're going to do is we're going to just throw that there, we're going to throw that there over our weapon, we're going to throw this right here, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to drag over one of those, and I think I want to do this one. Okay, so let's get started with our base. The first thing that we need to know, you guys should know by now, is that stone is probably going to be better in the long haul for us as well. So we're gonna do a 5x5 grid. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very nice, very nice. I'm gonna kind of break that down. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is decide where our door's gonna go. And I think I'm feeling right about here should do very nicely. And we're definitely gonna need more these things. What are they called? Walls? Yeah, those things. Oh man, it's been a while. At least this time around on our Ark progression, we're actually getting everything actually worked on, and it's going to look great. And what I want to do here is actually have a tall house so that it doesn't feel like I'm bumping my head on everything. So we're going to kind of make it look nice and a little bit fancy, which is fine. That's just fine for me. I don't need any windows, I just need walls. That's the basic thing to deal with. Okay, and so what we're gonna do here... What? Just gotta wait for our ping to align, and then we can actually get some build done. I think we built a few too many roofs. No? There we go. And our first base is complete. Okay, so the next thing that we actually need to do is we actually need to hatch our eggs. So we're going to do that outside of the house, because if we do it inside, we're going to have to tear it apart, and it's just going to be a whole ordeal, and we don't want that. So what we're going to do right now is probably get started on a beer barrel. A beer barrel is going to be simplistic in itself. However, it's going to be really tough later on down the line. So the first thing is first, we need to actually gather some resources. I want to get a preserving bin and some mortar and pestles down so I can continue to make spark powder and preserve this egg for a little bit before we go to hatch it. So that's that. Let's go ahead and get started on crafting. Alright, so let's see what we got here. So first things first, what we're going to need is a structure. For crafting, we have our options. We have a smithing, everything's fiber. Guys, this is a broken server. I don't want to discuss how broken this is, but this is severely broken, and I like it. I'm actually enjoying this quite well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a crafting table. I don't know if we're actually going to need... You know what? Let's actually see if we're even going to need any metal resources whatsoever. Oh, no. This is not bueno. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to craft that right there. Okay. So we're just going to throw in fiber. It's alright, it's alright. It's a starting base, guys. It's nothing fancy. It's basically simplistic. This server is severely broken in my opinion, because if everything's required just fiber for crafting, it's gonna make getting tech armor and the higher end stuff like sufficiently easier, and that's just gonna make it to where we can just become superly overpowered, and I don't personally like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and use this server for now, because unfortunately we don't. Yeah. And there you have it, chat. We no longer need anything but fiber, and we'll have everything crafted. Oh, man. Okay, so in the meantime, while these armor bits are actually camping out, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a fabricator. Now, in order to get the next tier of stuff that we're actually going to need, we're definitely going to have a fabricator. And unfortunately, you can't power a fabby with fiber. So we're actually going to have to craft some gas and get that started. So in the meantime, what we're going to do here is we are going to that's crafting. That's crafted. Okay. So what we're going to actually have to do here is get ourselves a temporary furnace or a forge. So, don't have any. Okay. So we're just gonna take the fiber back. We're gonna take all this stuff, obviously. Because once we get a tech generator, we're no longer gonna need our smithy table, but in the meantime, we're just gonna leave it as is, as a possible storage unit for all the useless materials that we collect now for the series. So let's go ahead and check and see what we can do. Okay. We're gonna go into structures, we're gonna go into cooking, and we're gonna get ourselves a campfire. Okay, now that we got ourselves a campfire, we have the next step. Okay, so we're just gonna throw this campfire. Let's actually not put this in our house. I mean, you could, but I don't want to. The server's already broken enough. I don't want to give it any more problems, especially from the lag itself. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and basically, guys, just ahead of time, to make this balance out for the server and everything. So everything I craft, I'm going to go ahead and off-stream or off-episode actually go and collect all the resources and then just drop them as a package. And we'll delete those, and we'll just, that'll be our way of paying for, you know, just quick crafting with fiber. I did actually not know that this was actually a fiber craft. It didn't even post that in the thing, so that's fine, I guess. You know, it's fine, it's fine. I don't really enjoy this, but, you know, it is what it is. I wanted a server that's quick leveling, and this is the best I can do as of right now, because there's not too many good boosted servers. Okay, so first things first, what I'm going to need to do is throw in wood, and then we're going to throw in a bit of hide. So I'm just going to kind of minimize this really quickly as much as I can, because we're not going to need that much. We can't do it in this. Alright, just going to demolish this. Alright. So what we're going to have to do is we're actually going to end up having to craft a forge. In order to get the forge, we're actually going to have to use the smithy. Now, normally the crafting recipe for this is pretty simple. You're supposed to use hide, thatch, and wood to get yourself a forge, a starter forge. Unfortunately, we actually don't have access to the normal crafting recipes, as this is all fiber craft. So, yeah, this is life we're living now. Okay, so let's go ahead and cook. Oh, we actually do need... We're going to need cementing paste, metal ingots, and wood for the barrels that we're going to be using to create beer. So that's good to know. That's good to know. Why can't we... What? Alright, craft. Let's go ahead and type that bad boy in there. Forge. Oh, we need fiber. And we actually have everything. So we actually do need all the basic stuff to actually do this. Okay. So, as you guys can tell, what we need to do in order to craft a refining forge is all listed here. I keep the tooltips on because it displays the name and all the crafting ingredients and stuff. Okay. So in order to create a refining forge, normally you need fiber, flint, hide, stone, and wood. So we're just going to craft one. And what we're going to do here, just going to put it right next to our smithy table. And what we're going to do from here is we're going to throw in this little bit of wood with a little bit of hide, and in the meantime, we'll just go ahead and plop down our fabricator right here, and this is basically our big industrial move right there. Well, bam. Okay, so we've crafted all this stuff. It's storming. Okay. Okay. Now, in order to get ourselves the industrial furnace, it's over 25,000 fiber. Okay. That's kind of steep. And in order to power that bad boy, we actually need oil and hide to go into this refining forge, smelt, and become oil. So it looks like for the most stuff, we actually still require the basic stuff. So let's actually check some ammo, and I'm going to pop in this blueprint, and let's check it out. Fiber to craft, obviously. Let's go check weapons, ammo. Yeah, all this stuff is fiber, but it's quite expensive. Wow. This is actually fairly expensive. Which, that's actually surprising. So this is actually fairly balanced. Where did all of our fiber go? Do we have our fiber in here? No, we don't. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, we're just going to go ahead and craft our... Guys, this is how expensive living on this server is going to be. Oh my god. We have over 47,000 fiber, and we can't even craft a gun that has the blueprint. Okay, so they definitely balance this out, so I might not actually have to spend hours after streaming or recording a video on this server. Oh man, wow. That is steep, man. Alright, so let's go ahead and get ourselves this bad boy, because we're obviously going to need a lot of oil. We're actually going to need a whole lot of resources. Man, oh man. Okay, we need hide, metal ingots, and wood to actually get that. Oh boy. Alright, so we're gonna actually... Oh, this is actually dope. I like this. I like this. So in the meantime, what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna take this fiber back, and I'm gonna grab this metal pickaxe. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft a preserving bin and a couple of mortar and pestles to actually get started. So first things first, let's go ahead and get ourselves a preserving bin. Now what preserving bins do, if you guys don't already know, is a preserving bin actually stores and keeps... Oh, we're gonna need more wood. Okay, so anyways, let's go over the explanation. What? Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and actually create our tribe here real quick. I forgot to do that. Our tribe has been created. So if you guys, again, want to join in on the server, you guys can come join the fam. We can actually build a base, and we can try to become one of the alpha servers, or alpha tribes on this server. Okay, so in the meantime, what we're going to need to do is, can we craft a mortar and pestle? We can. Okay, so I'm actually going to craft 5 of these bad boys because of how bad we're going to need them. If this is truly the case of our living situation, then we are definitely going to need 5. So that we can actually stay sorted. Okay, so this one, we're actually going... We won't need it for tranks, but we're actually going to use them to pump out as much spark powder as possible. So anyways, a preserving bin will actually store and save the cooler down time for any item. Say, eggs, fruits, or food that you might possibly have, or even spoiled food. Okay, so the first thing that you would actually do is you would come over here to one of these mortar and pestles. Let's kind of split this stack real quick. And you would throw this in with flint. Okay, this is a very simple crafting recipe. It's the same way every single time. And what you're going to do is you're going to be using stone and flint and putting them together in this mortar and pestle. And you're going to just craft spark powder. And that is what your preserving bin is actually going to rely on. So in the meantime, let's go get ourselves some wood, and we should be good. With the axe, though, I believe we'll actually get more wood than flint. Or not flint, but thatch. If you're using a pickaxe, you would be getting thatch over wood. Make sense? Okay, never mind. We need the pickaxe. I don't know why I just crafted another one and just wasted resources, but, yeah. Oh, no, no. Thatch is just more common. Okay. So, yikes. Clear out my inventory real quick. That. Alright, good. There we go. Now it's starting to stack better. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay. So, for those of you who have no idea what this preserving really quickly done over here in just a second. Okay. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to come back to your base, right? And you want somewhere to keep your food, and you see all these green little bars under your food, or under your wyvern egg. It would be different. Under eggs, it would be the yellow bar, and the green bar is their health bar. Okay, this is a fertilized wyvern egg from a wyvern that was level 1260. So both parents of this are 1260 wyverns, and they're poison wyverns. Okay, for those of you guys who don't know, wyvern eggs are actually color-coded. We're actually going to hatch this here in a little bit to kind of get ourselves going on in the right direction. And then we're going to go get ourselves an ice wyvern egg, because otherwise we wouldn't really be the ice dragon family. But anyways, besides the point. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go back into the crafting recipes, and then we're going to go back into preserve. And there we go. Bam. Okay. So once you have your preserving bin, all you're missing is the key ingredient to make this bad boy work. And to make this bad boy work, all you need to do is place it. As you can see, there's nothing special, right? Okay, well, basically what you need to do in order to get this bad boy working is go back to your mortar and pestle and pick up a solid stack of spark powder. Once you've done that, you can pop it open, and then you can basically throw your berries. I'm just going to throw all these in there, because we're probably going to need them for tames. The seeds, they're fine. Raw meat, that'll go away. I'm actually going to take my fiber back, please, thanks. Rotten meat, which is normally used for narcotics, we're just going to throw that in there. And then we're going to pop in our wyvern egg. And now to get it to work, and as you can see, there will be smoke rising off of it, and when you open it, it literally freezes your countdown timer. So whatever you put in here, it works basically like a refrigerator. And this refrigerator is going to basically freeze all of your food, all of the items that you put in here. But yeah, that's basically it with the preservation bin. So, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go get ourselves some oil. And we might as well pick up some metal ingots along the way, because it's probably going to get quite expensive. Now, we're not going to break up any of these rocks. Yes, we could hypothetically break these rocks and still get metal and stone and flint and all the stuff that we need, but we need a primary source of metal. And we also need to get ourselves some oil. Now, in order to do that, we already have the easiest spot to do this. Okay, guys? So what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way back over to the wyvern den. And once we get to the wyvern den, or a little bit closer to the wyvern den, we'll be able to actually harvest some oil from underwater crystals. We'll also be able to get ourselves some obsidian. And we're also going to be able to pick up some nifty metal as well from those spots. And they're great. They're fantastic. So we're actually going to head over here for right now and see what happens. I know that I want to keep an eye out on an Icky. If we can get an Icky, that'd be great. There's a Carno still fighting dodos, which is fantastic. The further away from my base, the better. I'm hopefully not going to get raided too often. I'd hate to have to restart, and we're already making some great progress here. So, Here we are, right? Back over here by the wyvern dens. What are we doing here? Why did we even decide to come here? Well, as you guys can see, there are these special little rocks right here that give a crap ton of metal. Yes. You guys might be thinking, this is broken, but this is actually perfect because every ounce of metal that we collect is actually going to end up getting used. Don't worry, guys. It's not as OP as you think it is. It's going to go by pretty quick. Why is there... What? Alright, you know what? Bro, you gotta come down. You gotta... We have a godfish on our hands here, people. And it's gone. He swam like... What? He swam away like baby Jesus. There's a griffin. I don't know if it's tamed. I'm pretty sure that that is a tamed griffin. Is it? No, that is a wild griffin. Guys. Guys. There's a wild griffin over here that's jet black, and it looks absolutely fantastic. That's crazy. They don't normally spawn over here, so I'm honestly surprised. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna break all these green crystals. They obviously give out obsidian, which is great. It also gives stone. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna break all of the normal crystals, and that should just give us some crystal and some rare mushrooms, which they have a health bar as well, I believe. I think that's a frozen good. I could be wrong. I think it's rare flowers and rare mushrooms that I'm thinking of, which would be these, but I'm not 100% certain that these are the actual ones. I'm not sure, honestly. Okay, anyways. So, these would be your normal rocks. They can break an arc, and sure, you get a decent amount of metal, but you get a higher amount of metal with the rocks that actually have gold flakes. Sometimes you can get really decent amounts of obsidian from these black rocks, but I'm not sure if I can use your time. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves some silica pearls. Those are actually going to come in handy later on down the line when we go to make a few components. These are all the items. Don't worry, guys. All of these items are going to be used at one point or another. Alright, I think we have enough silica pearls for now. Let's go back to mining some metal. I think we'll actually have enough to just go ahead and craft or industrial forge, but it's still pretty steep. It's like about 1,000 metal ingots, and then for everything else we still need these. Especially for our tools and what have you. Okay, let's see if we can't find ourselves some fish. We're gonna get ourselves fish. We need fish for one reason. If we can manage to get some raw prime fish meat, we'll be able to collect ourselves an icky faster, that much faster. Now, an icky is basically a bird that flies around annoying the hell out of you by stealing your fish. Can I get a fish? There we go, raw prime fish meat. Take that. You want some salmon? You want some? We're just gonna take your meat. We're gonna get it back to our preserving bin until we find ourselves a lovely little icky. That's all this is. Look, it's nothing personal. Oh, hi, how you doing? Please, just move. Please. Please. Stop bumping me with your... There's a freaking shark coming and you want to mess with me. Hi! You cool over there, bro? Jesus. I'm not really sure how loose the server is. It seems to be where the dinos are capping out around 1,000, whilst the resources are a decent amount as well. But these are your base stats. Like, this is me just leveling up a little bit of here and there. This isn't even my server, but this is super boosted, honestly. The resources are ridiculous, but everything seems to be balanced out purely by just level cap of dinos and how wrecked you're going to get in this PvP event. Oh, this is PvP. 100%. I'm honestly hoping not to get rated that bad or so much because I'm just starting out and I have absolutely nothing. I don't even have a tame yet. But I'm hoping to. Most of the materials and most of the stuff don't really matter because most of the items are seeming to be fiber, but it's expensive with fiber, even so. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to make it all the way up to tech before I get wrecked. That is basically my story at this point. I'm hoping not to get wrecked by a Manta right now. Just trying to make it back. Let me check as soon as I get to land. I don't want to get wrecked by a Meg right now. But, I don't really know the name. I just typed in boosted on the server searcher, and I found that. And this is basically where I'm at. Let's get over here to save point, and I will get the name for you. If you have to, just go ahead and pause the screen right there, and it should pop up for you. Alright, so, it's basically 1,000 times boosted Fable Tech Insta-Cluster. That's basically what it is. And right now there's only 4 people on the server, so, yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and get back to base, guys. We should be fine for right now. I think the raptor is still over here pestering, yeah. They're not leaving at all. Let's just get back to our tribe base and we should be fine. Like I said, this is open source tribe for all of the YouTube subs out here. We grinded. But if anybody knows more about Ark than me, I'd love to have you going, honestly, at this point. Oh, boy. I think the Rex is actually still up above where we were originally going to build our starter base, but no avail. We're not going to mess with it at this point. I just don't want to mess with it. I'd love to get a Rex early on, but it's probably going to be either way too OP for me to handle, or I don't know at this point. Alright, let's just kind of... We're home! Yay! Alright. And we forgot one thing, guys. Chat, we forgot. We forgot so much stuff. We forgot oil. Or did we? Yeah, we severely forgot oil. Boy. That's literally the only thing that we're missing here. I'm gonna throw this fish in the preserving bin because I don't want it to spoil. Because I really do want to catch an icky. I think what we're going to do in the meantime is we're going to drop off our silica pearls, our crystal, our obsidian, all into the same compartment because obviously the fabby's where we're going to be using it more often than not. Now, what we need to do is go back for oil. Unless we can find oil somewhere near our base in the water. There is that chance, but I don't really like the open water ones because, you know, Meg. Hey, babe. How's it going? So what we're gonna do here now, guys, is basically go get our oil, get our crafting going, and hopefully everything should balance out. And then before we end the episode, we're going after an Ice-Wyvern egg. If we can hatch this one Wyvern egg really fast, hopefully we can, and then by next episode we should have either an Icky or a Lystris. One of the two. Or both. Who knows? We're just basically gonna run right over there. Is that a gold drop? Ooh. There's a gold drop. Let's go find out what this... And the server drops are trash. So we're just gonna run past all the predators. Hopefully they have offline raid protection, because that would be dope. If not, let's hope we don't get raided. Bunch of compies. That is an actual gold drop. That's gotta be the best drop. I mean, we could just craft half the tech gear with just fiber alone, I think. But I don't want to do that on episode 1. We're just gonna kind of rough it out here. Everything's gonna be sprint run, or just gonna be using our plain old Wyvern. Which will probably just buff the melee to start. We might put 10 levels into the melee, and then of course, save some for HP, and then just do HP a little bit at a time to just kind of balance it out nicely, so we don't just kill our Wyvern right off the bat. Okay, so this gold drop's coming down, so we're doing pretty well so far. Pretty well on resource
You have
gathering.
been on like 100 servers already.
Oh yeah. Pretty much. Over 100 servers. Just trying to find the one that kind of fits, but eventually we'll have our own server, so don't worry guys, that'll be basically coming as soon as it possibly can. Of course. Ascendant blueprints. Okay. Every drop's an Ascendant blueprint. Basically. That's it. I might be able to trade somebody if we want to complete our Wyvern collection at some point. We might be able to trade a blueprint for an egg if somebody has one, or we might be able to barter later on down the line for black pearls. One of the two. Because Ascendant is the highest tier of levels that you can actually get for armor or anything. So to have them in a blueprint, that's great. Because you can always replenish it. But when we get back to our base, we're basically going to create a sickle, and I'll be spending probably about an hour or two probably grinding out and getting nothing but fiber. I think our Griffin despawned. Nope, he's still over here causing a fuss. Which works great for me. We might come back for him at a later point, because Griffins actually do fly faster than Wyverns, but I'm not worried about it. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some more silica pearls. We're actually going to need these for electrical components later on down the line. I think so. All the base minimum stuff is basically craftable via fiber, but all the hardcore stuff you actually do need. I was kind of hoping for more oil, but yikes. I don't think that's going to be an actual option here. I don't see any more oil spots. I think somebody actually just came through and wiped them. Oh, no. I see one. Okay. Nope. And that was a Meg, so we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. I think 2,000 oil should be fine to start, but later on down the line, whenever we get a Meg, we'll probably go sea diving and try to get ourselves one. The rarest find that we're gonna probably be on the lookout for is probably unicorn. But I don't think we're actually gonna get a decent chance on that one as well. So that's fine. But we'll just keep an eye out, you know. It's always those really rare chances that we gotta kind of take part in. You know what? Let's actually try to get this griffin. I'm actually tempted to try. If we die, we lose everything, which means, you know, it is what it is. We've got nothing to lose, basically. Ooh, yourself a whip. Very nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and add both of these items down into our invent. The only thing we really have to lose that I'm kind of worried about is probably the oil. The oil we need for our Fabby, and in order to get that up and going, we actually need the gas. Alright, let's try to knock this bad boy out. We have him angry. He's a level 215. It's nothing great, but I'm going to try to knock this fool out. Let's try to get... Is he already running? Oh man. We might actually need darts for this at this point. Because he's just running around making a ruckus, and I can't seem to hit him with all these dust clouds running around. This dude could be a great tame to start with. Oh man. Oh no! We've been impaled. Oh, can I stop getting impaled, please? Oh, that's not good. We're just gonna kind of... Stop, buddy. Can you, like, just stop? I think I'm gonna have to build a trap for him. I don't want to waste any resources. How much longer are you gonna take, man? Oh, man. I'm just gonna wait for him to strike. We're coming for a strike, and then we're just gonna bop him. Guys can be wild slowly. We got a few good hits in on them there. A few more good hits. We're trying to raise his torpor to a point where he just knocks out, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to. Got a few good hits in. He's coming back around. We're just gonna hold down that button. Kind of time them coming around. Kind of seems to be slowing down. Great. We got 2 hits on him that time. I don't think we got a hit on them. We definitely got a hit on him last round. Just kind of waiting for him to circle and calm down a little bit. he's so tired. But he's just continuing to fly and fly fast. I'm hoping he actually... Where did our griffin go? He is just being all kinds of ridiculous at this point. We're just gonna have to get the fiber before we come over here. Alrighty guys, we're just gonna head back, burn some oil, and get started. I'm going to get some more metal, because I think we're gonna need it for the sickle. We're just gonna need it at this point. Besides that, we just need a crap ton more fiber. Plus we also need to replace or repair our armor to get started with, and then from there we should be able to get going. I'm trying to go ahead and just say, eh, you know, I want to get a chain done, but I'm just not sure that we're going to have that much luck. So we might as well, while we're at the base waiting for all this metal to go, you know, get smelted, we're probably going to go ahead and start working on the campfires to try to get our egg hatched. And we're going to see where it goes. I would tame this raptor pack, but it's just, I don't want to take a risk. You already hear the feet picking up. Oh no, that poor parasaur. Sorry, I'm sorry. Just leave me alone. That's all I want. I just want to be able to just go ahead and get back to base, hatch an egg, and get started on the long process of going after an Ice-Ryujinn. Love you too, baby. Okay, so we're home, and to get that industrial forge on and popping, we're just gonna go ahead and throw this in there. Bam! Okay, so first things first, what I want to do is throw this fiber in here, see if we can actually craft a sickle. If we can craft a sickle, oh, we can actually craft one of these bad boys right now. We're gonna go ahead and do that, because we definitely need a trank dart gun. It's just hands down, it's needed. Second thing that we're gonna do, okay? Second thing that we want to do here is actually gonna try to get ourselves a sickle. No, we need 18 metal ingots. Okay. So that's really why we're waiting. Let's go ahead and throw our rare mushrooms.
Fibercraft leaf.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's nice, but it's so hard due to the fact that the animals on this server are just overpowered. That's why everything to start out with is basically fibercraft. But as you start getting into the whole higher tier equipment, it actually requires the actual resources. So we are fine. I don't actually have to go back and harvest the stuff and then delete it to feel like I'm not cheating. This is literally the way the server was meant to be due to the fact that it's just ridiculous on this server. So let's find out what all we need to do to craft ourselves a campfire, and we'll get started on our wyvern egg. We actually already have our wyvern egg, our first wyvern egg. It's not an Ice-Ryujinn like I would want it to be, but again, I can't just go over to the Highlands area and then run right over to where the Ice-Ryujinn dens are and just be dealing with that whole mess of issues, because you've got dire wolves that run in packs, you've got everything that can one-shot you. I'm scared to even go north at this point. Oh man, okay, let's see what we can do here.
You gonna hatch with torches?
I don't know. What would you actually honestly recommend? I know it's like the base minimum would probably be about 16 fires. I mean, I can use campfires with torches, but either one, I don't really know. Let's actually see how much or how expensive it is to craft
Or
standing
easy.
torches. We're actually going to be using torches. We're actually hatching a wyvern egg. Okay, so all we're missing is the wood. So we're actually going to take the wood out of this and then just kind of split it and half stack it back in there. Okay. You can go ahead and have half that. Alright, awesome. Okay, so in the meantime, let's go ahead and get ourselves some trank darts going. Craft a decent amount of those real quick. Next what we want to do on our
Depends
to-do
how
list-
permanent your base is.
Oh,
Is this PvP or prep? Lol.
This is actually PvP. We started just like I want to say 30 minutes ago, honestly. But I know that would be lying. It's somewhere around 30 minutes ago. Something. Okay, so to get our standing torches, we actually need to get ourselves... We're gonna get 16 of them, just to be on the safe side. So...
What is name of serve?
1 second. Then we're gonna craft 5, 10, 15, 16. Okay. So the name of the server is 1000X Boosted / Fable Tech / Instacluster.
You are just too haha. Damn, only 2 people lol.
Yeah, that's not really popular. There's like 4 people on earlier. Let's go ahead and hatch our wyvern.
Move off this serve, you are just 2.
I have no idea how we're gonna do this.
Move off this serve. Right now.
let's try it with that one. And it's incubating. And there's our wyvern. There's my wyvern. Well, he's growing up. He or she's growing up. We're gonna let Valafar here grow up a little bit, so we're actually gonna read left over here. And this should be fine. And I will be right back. Hold on a second. Oh God, no, 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 ah! There we go. All right. Hey! Anakin! Alright guys, well, while he is growing up, we're going to end the stream here for right now, and we will be back in about 30 minutes to an hour. I will see you guys then, and I will see you shortly. Bye-bye.